Hey everyone, Lotus Prince here. I have a status update and a next game reveal for you. Regarding the status update, I have two pieces of information. The first is that I'm going to Otakon this weekend. It goes from Friday through Sunday and takes place in Baltimore, Maryland, and it's going to be a blast. So, who knows, maybe I'll see you there at that time. The other piece of information I am over the moon about. If you watched my most recent Q&A, you may recall that someone had asked me what my favorite anime series was, and I had said that a real contender, possibly the #1 anime series for me that I've watched, is Legend of the Galactic Heroes. It's effectively Game of Thrones in space, except without the whoring and the endless cynicism. You mostly get politics and behind the background scenes of what's happening during this large intergalactic war, and also when you do see the war, you'll get some dogfighting and some melee violence, but most of the time you're going to see captains and vice admirals commanding from their respective bridges. And it is such a wonderful show. It is fantastic. Now, the big problem with it is that despite being released in the 80s, it had never made it to the States. The only way you could have watched it was to download it and then apply a fan translation. However, just this year, in June 2015 at Anime Expo, it was announced that the series would actually be coming to the States, so now we actually have an opportunity to get it in the mainstream, and I cannot freaking wait. I do not buy anime very often. I usually watch them via streaming sites like Crunchyroll or whatever, but I'm buying this one. This one's fantastic. So good. I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. Great stuff. Now, as for the next game reveal, I've hinted at this before, but the next game we're going to do is Dino Crisis, the original Dino Crisis. I want to do this before I get to the next Resident Evil game for two reasons, and we'll get to what those reasons are a little later. As for Dino Crisis itself, it's a really sweet game. Picture, well, it's not quite Resident Evil with dinosaurs. It plays differently enough, but it is survival horror with dinosaurs. So we'll see just how crazy that game gets. Expect it in 2 or 3 days, and it ought to be a good time. Until next time, everyone.